Okay, welcome to Tuesday night's wellness education series. We're going to talk about nutrition and supplements tonight. Okay, so let's just dive straight in. So, why are people so sick? Those of us around us, ourselves, why are we so sick, right? That is a great question, and a lot of it has to do with what we put in our bodies and what we put on our bodies. Sadly, a lot of what we eat today and what we put on ourselves today isn't what it's supposed to be or isn't as it should be. A lot of food, a lot of our products are heavily processed and loaded with chemicals. So here's a great picture of a cheeseburger on the screen, right? And then, of course, it looks like some Sudafed, something to help us declog or depressurize. And then the other picture is dirt, right? Why do you think our food isn't as good as it should be today? Well, a lot of it is because it's not grown in soil that is nutrient dense. Our food simply doesn't have the minerals, the vitamins, the nutrients in it that it should have. And so we're not able to consume that and make it bioavailable for us to utilize. So we're not getting what we need from our food, and that's because the food is not getting what it needs from the soil. So a lot of the products that we consume today are not nutrient, don't have the nutrients, the vitamins that we need in it. So let's talk a little bit about our foundation, right? When we have proper nutrition, then we know that we are going to have exactly what we need. Excuse me, there's that phlegm again. When we have proper nutrition, then we know that our body is going to have exactly what it needs to work optimally. And what does that mean? That means increased energy, increased mental clarity. That means better sleep, digestion, just overall health and well-being. And where does that come from? That comes from our nutrition, that foundational level of what we put in and on our bodies. It also means that we need to have cardiovascular health. We need to have respiratory support and better proper inflammatory response in the body. As I was at the physical therapist today, we were talking about proper inflammatory response within the body and how when your inflammation is out of control, your pain can last a lot longer. So nutrition is going to have a huge impact on all of that. And when we talk about nutrition, we're going to talk about it from the cellular part as well as your digestive part, right? So you're going to get the nutrients, vitamins, and the minerals, but you're also going to get cellular health. You're going to get that antioxidant power, that vitality and longevity that you need from a cellular perspective. And that's going to be coming to you through the Lifelong Vitality Pack. We call that LLV, right? This amazing trio has 12 servings of fruit and vegetables in every serving. When I first started taking them, I thought there's no way I can take this many pills consistently. I hate swallowing pills, period. I've tried every bandwagon out there. And now, of course, this is the one I've been riding this bandwagon, and I'll never stop. Simply because I know what life looks like without it and with it, and I choose with it. The alpha CRS is our cellular vitality. So that's that cellular health I'm talking about. When you're born, you're 80% water. Your cells know how to hydrate. Your cells are working properly. By the time we pass away, our cells no longer know how to hydrate properly. They're not working optimally. So you're less than 40% water by the time you pass away. And a lot of that means ultimately is that when you run at a dehydrated state for so long, that ushers in all the other problems that we can have. So cellular vitality is just as important as a proper diet and exercise. And so when we talk about hydration, yeah, you drink water, but your cells have to know how to be replenished and be hydrated as well. So that alpha CRS is that cellular vitality. That's going to help with the oxidative stress in the body. That's going to help with fighting against that cellular structure, that cellular all the negative things that can happen to you inside the body. Then we have the omega. This is our omega 3, 6, and 9. This is going to help with your mental health, mental clarity, brain function, all your cognitive things that you have to do. Memory, right? It's also going to play heavily into emotional side of things. Your depression, it's going to help with stabilizing hormones and communication within the body. So your omegas are super important. And it's super, super important to get a healthy balance of the 3, 6, and 9. If you have too much of one and not enough of others, and that imbalance is present, it's just as bad as not having it in the body. So you have to get those supplements in you that's going to be bioavailable, so you're honoring your investment, so you're not just eliminating them, so they're bioavailable in the body, and they're going to provide the right levels, the right dosage. And then the Microplex VMZ, this is our food nutrient complex. So this is your vitamins, your minerals, and everything that we need that we're not getting from our foods per se. This is going to give you that power, and it's a whole food, right? There's no fillers. It's just the food source. And then they add in some essential oils to help maximize the support. And they are also, you don't have to refrigerate them. So they're very shelf stable. You can refrigerate them if you notice that you don't like the smell or the flavor. You can refrigerate them. That does help. I don't mind it as much anymore, but I do know that if they sit in my mouth too long, I don't like the flavor very much. So I put the chia seed pudding in, put the pills in, and down the hatch they go. I also like to encourage everyone to start on a half dose when you first get your Lifelong Vitality, because your body may go through a little bit of a shift, right? This is something that's been missing, most likely from your diet. This is something that's been missing from your body. A half dose is a really great way to start, and then ease your way into a full dose, maybe like 2 weeks on a half dose, and then ease into that full dose. And let your body guide you through that process, right? Listen to your body. If you have any symptoms that you're like, ooh, this doesn't seem right, this doesn't feel right, reach out to your upline or reach out to the person that enrolled you, reach out to me, and we'll kind of walk you through that process. Just know that as you're changing, as you're getting healthy, you're also detoxing. So you may not feel very well at certain moments and times. But once you've been on it forever, then that's when you realize how much you need it and how much you've missed it. When like if you run out, you're going to be like, oh, why did I ever run out? That's usually what happens to me. So your gut health is extremely foundational when we're talking about, so we had some cellular health, now we're talking gut health, right? It plays a vital role in our overall health and well-being. So you have Terrazyme, PB Assist, and then we have the PB Assist Junior for our kiddos. And ultimately, if we need to be able to maintain our weight, healthy immune function to fight off illnesses and diseases, as well as mental wellness and clarity, your gut health has to be in tune, has to be in balance, right? We always like to say that the digestive system is the mother system, and when mother ain't happy, no one is, right? So when you don't feel good, you're not very nice most of the time. When you don't feel good, you don't act right. When you don't feel good, you don't have patience. When you don't feel good, you can't remember things, or you just kind of, you always just seem to be stuck in a rut. Well, that's that digestive system. Your inflammation is probably super high. You're going to not be able to fight off infections or diseases, or you're just not working optimally when your gut health is out of whack. We like to say that the gut is kind of like an Amazon jungle of bacteria, right? You have all sorts of good bacteria and bad bacteria, but ultimately everything has to play nicely in the system, right? So the PB Assist Plus, that's going to be the introduction of the right bacteria.
I think she got booted off.
Just got back on.
I thought, oh, there she is.
I connected to the Wi-Fi on my phone. That's like the 4th time our internet's gone out today. So I'm just going to do it on my phone. Silly.
Super frustrating for you, I bet.
It is. I am frustrated about it, but there's nothing we can seem to do about it for some strange reason. But it paused the recording, so that's awesome. I'll be like, and I'm back. So, okay. Or maybe it's still going. I can't tell. Let me try this. There we go. Well, we're back. Okay, so we're talking about the bacteria, right? Bacteria in the gut. And you have to have good bacteria and bad bacteria in order for the gut to do its job. Some weird things that I've learned about the good kind of bacteria is that when we have certain types of ailments in the digestive system and you're lacking that good bacteria, your elimination process is going to be all messed up. So it really truly is important to have good gut bacteria in order for you to work optimally. When we don't have that good gut health, right, that can lead to all sorts of issues. Unhealthy diets will impact your gut health. Antibiotic use, right? We talked about the bacteria. It's not going to discriminate between good or bad bacteria. It's going to wipe it all out. So antibiotic use is going to lead into, unfortunately, gut health. Lack of regular physical activity and exercise will lead to damaging the gut health. Poor sleeping habits, I'm speaking to the choir here, and stress, right? When we don't have these other foundational elements, it's going to play a role in damaging our gut health. So overall health, unfortunately, is not just talking about some of the gut stuff that we can take in. It's going to be every single one of these categories. And that's where that lifelong vitality is going to support each one of those categories. And then I'm going to go into detail about a little bit more from every other category and every other supplement that we have. Before we move in, Terrazyme is another great one I love to talk about. It's kind of like it kind of stole the show for me earlier this year. So we don't make enough enzyme in our gut currently. As you age, you don't make nearly as many enzymes to be able to digest your food. So this Terrazyme has been specially formulated for us to be able to take and utilize, especially if you're doing high fatty foods or a complex carb meal and you need that extra enzyme support. I know if I have any like Italian or heavy on like the pastas and the cheeses, I'll take extra enzyme. Or red meat even. We call it the meat sweats, right? When we eat too much meat, we get the meat sweats. I'll take some Terrazyme so that I don't have as much of a difficult time digesting my food. And then what I learned in January was also that because our enzymes, we don't make as many, they get reprioritized in the body instead of being there for our food. My skin was a direct reflection of my gut health and eating some of the foods that I'm not supposed to. For me, it's dairy. And as I started taking the enzymes, it also started to help clear up my skin. And I met a doctor in January and she goes, take more of the Terrazyme on an empty stomach and see what it does for you. And I was like blown away by taking the Terrazyme first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, and my skin is completely cleared up. I have flare-ups of eczema or some sort of a dermatitis on either side of my nose and then through my whole scalp. And when it would flare up real bad, I would just wear a hat because it was the only thing to keep my hands off of it. And now I just take extra Terrazyme and I'm good to go. And then I'm not sweating my way through the summer wearing a hat either. So that's kind of nice. So Terrazyme, PB Assist, and then you can put your kiddos on it as well. Isaac's taking the PB Assist Junior, and he calls it his fart powder because it helps his tummy, especially at school, so that he's not having to go to the nurse's office nearly as much. So it really can help you when you have that right kind of bacteria, those enzymes in the gut. And starting from that level, your gut health is going to bleed into all these other areas of your body and allow healing to start to come about. So let's talk about each of those little other areas, right? We have deep blue polyphenols. We have the adaptive calming blend, the turmeric dual chamber capsules, Serenity soft gels, phytoestrogen and the bone nutrient complex, Mito 2 Max, Zendocrine complex, and then Yarrow Palm, which is our cellular beauty complex. So let's talk about each of these just a little bit. First one is deep blue. So Deep Blue has a really great blend of curcuminoids and turmerones, and they are in such a way that it's not going to be water soluble and just eliminated when you consume it. So you get to have the opportunity to get the full benefit and have that interaction in the body at the cellular level for inflammation reduction and pain management. Normally, we go and we would get some of these great products, but because they're water soluble, they don't make it past the right part of the intestine or the digestive system to actually impact you. So you're spending a lot of money and then you're just eliminating it. They have specially formulated, most all of doTERRA's have been specially formulated for bioavailability at the right part of the digestive system to release at the right time in the gut for the maximum benefit. So Deep Blue is going to help support your muscle and joint comfort and function and that lubrication. It's also going to help to soothe occasional aches. It can help with headaches, migraines. It supports you, like me, when you have neck issues or your ribs. It also is really great for just the occasional you overworked yourself, right? You were in the garden or you were riding bikes with your kids and you forgot how hard a bike seat is. That's happened to me. You can use it in tandem with the other products like the Deep Blue Rub or Copaiba, the Aroma Touch Massage Blend. And it's really just going to help to bring about inflammation reduction as well as that proper inflammatory response. And then you could take it daily or as needed, either one, whichever one works for you. I take it daily, twice a day, morning and night. I live in pain just from my injuries, my nerve damage in my feet. So I have added Deep Blue to my daily regimen. However, I know that if I needed to not take that one daily, I have oils that I can put on at the same time. And I like to talk about Copaiba a little bit here too. Copaiba talks to the endocannabinoid system of the body, and it's going to help. And it's a calming agent, and it's going to help bring a little bit of the stress and inflammation in the body. It's going to calm that down. And when partnered with other essential oils, it has the ability to enhance them, to increase their benefits. So when you partner Deep Blue and Copaiba together, you get an even better response for healing and well-being in the body. And you can take Deep Blue Copaiba internally, just straight from the bottle, a couple drops under the tongue. Or if you don't like the flavor, put into a veggie cap. Or you can buy them in the ready-made soft gels straight from doTERRA. And that way you're going to get it quick and easy, super convenient, right? So the next one is the Adaptive Calming Blend. So this is probably one of my new favorites. And I think I say this about every product we have, but Adaptive really has been a game changer for me, for my future, for the way that I handle decision making, the way that I handle just kind of handle my daily process of being alive, right? So I started with LLV, started to get my body back healthy, my foundation back healthy. And that helped to lift me out of some depression. It also helped with my pain management. I bounced back better, more energy, better sleep. Well, Adaptive has partnered in with some of the other areas that I've struggled with, right? It's got clinical trials on it as young as 12 years of age, and it's calming. It promotes positive feelings. It supports your mood, behavior, kind of like your thought patterns, and helps to improve your state of mind. It encourages you to relax, and it just promotes a mental well-being. It also supports cognitive function and emotional balance. And when you're acclimating to new surroundings, it can help you to be more adaptive through those stressful situations. And that's how they came up with that, the name of the product, Adaptive, right? It's going to help you to be adaptive. So Josh and I had some huge decisions to make. And normally those conversations just resulted in more talk. And a couple of years have gone by as we've talked about our future. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? And a lot of it ended in a negative tone. or just kind of like we were stalled out. We were a little bit paralyzed, a little bit paralyzed by fear of making poor decisions, fear of just moving on with our life because we didn't know what was in store for us. And after we both took adaptive for 1 month, those conversations had power to them. Those conversations finally had guts, and they pushed us, propelled us forward. We were no longer paralyzed by fear or by making a bad decision, but yet could see through that fog that we had. We could see through and just get that glimpse of what, if we could just move past this decision, what our life could be like. So we started taking it in September and all the way through till October. By November, our house was on the market. By December, the house sold. By January, we were completely debt-free, living in a cute little apartment, learning how to live off of one income, because by February, I quit my job. And we just really put all of our faith and trust in ourselves and said, we know that God has a plan for our life. We also know that doTERRA is in our future, and the adaptive blend really helped us to see that, to believe in it. So that's what I mean when I say it's a little bit life-changing, because right now it has completely changed my life, being consistent with it. It along with the Terrazyme is the ones that I don't, I'll take my LLV every single day for sure, but if I end up not taking it till the morning or the late afternoon, that's fine. But with adaptive and Terrazyme, those are my number things, like right here next to my nightstand. I take it with my water first thing when I wake up. So if you want an adaptive sample and you haven't tried one yet, let me know, because I'll give you a week's worth. Okay, turmeric. This is the dual chamber capsule. So when this one came out, this was super exciting. I grew up taking health food, things like on a spoon, like lecithin and wheat germ and all these things, right? Turmeric was one of those that I knew about. Like you could put it in your milk and drink it. It's been used for thousands of years, probably more than thousands of years, right? And turmeric has this ability to really support healthy inflammation response in the body. So they would grind it up and use the powder. Well, the powder is water soluble. The essential oil ends up being that the curcuminoids in it weren't stable in the essential oil form. So you were just getting the turmerones in the essential oil. So what doTERRA did was said, we have to make a bioavailable form of the curcuminoids and the turmerones, which is all of turmeric. So they designed this dual chamber capsule that gives you the powder and the oil, power packed, specially formulated, special delivery system to release in the right part of the gut so that it's not just water soluble and eliminated, right? When you take turmeric, it's going to help your body fight those free radicals. It's going to protect the body from that oxidative damage. So this is part of that cellular vitality that we were talking about. And then it combines the complementary benefits of both the turmeric essential oil with the joint support of the curcuminoids and the turmeric extract in a unique and convenient delivery system. I don't know if you guys have seen what they look like yet, but they're really kind of cool. It looks like two chambers put together, and you've got the powder and the oil. So turmeric, a really great routine is to take them every single day, and it's going to help just kind of build up in that system, right? And so you're getting that oxidative support, you're getting that healthy inflammatory support, and it's going to partner really, really well with the copaiba, with the deep blue, and really support from a pain and inflammation response. Okay, let's see. Next, let's talk about Serenity. Okay, so Serenity is one that I never really gave a chance to. I just thought, that's another pill. I don't want to take it. I'll just use the oil. The oil works great. I use the oil all the time. Recently started needing to use Serenity for Sadie. Being in quarantine means I just kind of let loose on our schedule. And we go to bed at like some pretty crazy hours. I think we were all in bed last night at 1 a.m. My kids, my 6-year-old went to bed at 1 a.m. And then we sleep in till like 9 or 10. Sometimes she sleeps in a lot longer. She's part bear, so she likes to hibernate. But the Serenity for her has been a game changer, because if I try to get them to go to bed at like a somewhat decent hour, let's say 10:30, she has a really hard time with it. So I put the vetiver, Serenity essential oil. We do a little bit of extra lavender. And then she loves the cooling ones because they help her to cuddle up in her blanket. But I've started giving her the Serenity soft gel, and it's got L-theanine in it. So it's going to help her to not necessarily get groggy. You're not going to like groggy and fall asleep, but it's going to help her to stay asleep and to truly get that rest. I just have to make sure that she goes to the bathroom first, because otherwise, if she stays asleep, I have to do a lot more laundry the next morning, or when she finally does wake up at 4:00 in the morning. So anyways, Serenity can help relieve the occasional sleeplessness, and it promotes that healthy relaxation in sleep. It can encourage restful sleep. So you actually have that chance to hit the, what's it called? REM sleep, right? You're actually going to get to that REM sleep level. And it can make the difference on the quality and the ease of going to sleep that you need. If you need it to help kind of calm your nerves or turn your brain off just a little bit, it can help in that way. Helps reduce stress. And then you're not going to wake up feeling groggy or sleepy the next day. It's not like that melatonin. It's not like any other sleeping aid you're using. This doesn't force you to go to sleep or force you to feel sleepy. It's allowing your body to get to its natural restful state, its calm state, to fall asleep and then get good quality sleep while you're sleeping. Phytoestrogen and the bone nutrient complex. So these you can get in a kit, and it'll come with the Clary Calm roller. So they call that the Women's Monthly Kit. And this is one that, again, is another unsung hero of doTERRA's supplements. The phytoestrogen is needed in our body to help clear the gunks off of our hormones. So we have the signals being sent. And when your hormone receptors are covered in this gunk and this junk from these bad estrogens in our body, the signal's being sent and it's not getting to the hormone. It's just being missed. And then we act crazy, or it could be even our men and our kiddos need the phytoestrogen, right? We all have hormones in our body and we all act poorly at times. A lot of that is miscommunication of hormones in the body. And it's because we're at a toxic level and we're not either sending the right signal or we're not receiving the signal at all. So the phytoestrogen is going to help balance and support your natural, normal hormone levels and clear off those receptors. It contains a flaxseed extract, which is super helpful in managing your estrogen metabolism. And it's also got a pomegranate extract that's going to help provide powerful antioxidant support. So the other important thing to remember is when we don't have a balance of estrogen and progesterone in the body, that is also going to cause us to have quite an emotional response or to have quite the hormonal imbalance. Progesterone is used for a lot more than estrogen in our bodies as females. And when our estrogen comes up on this bell curve and spikes, progesterone is supposed to come in with it and bring it back down nicely. But because progesterone is used from other things in the body, estrogen is going to come up the bell curve and progesterone's fixing something over here and she's just left hanging, and then she gets angry and then we go, ah, and that's when we act all crazy. Progesterone will play a lot nicer with estrogen and bring her back down if we have sending clear hormone signals. If estrogen sends the signal and says, hey, progesterone, come and relieve me, bring me off this bell curve every time of the month, that's what we need. And we'll get that kind of support from phytoestrogen. Okay. And then the bone nutrient complex, right? We as women tend to suffer from bone issues in our late age, osteoporosis, calcium depletion, especially if we've had kiddos. growing a baby depletes you as you grow that baby. If you're not getting what we need, which we know we probably didn't, that baby is going to take priority, and your body is going to gift it your own goodness from your bones and your muscles and your blood, and everything is going to go to that baby. So we get depleted as we grow them. So you can run the risks of a lot more ailments post-birth. So the bone nutrient complex is going to come back in and start to help support us to have stronger, healthier bones. It's also going to work on our breast tissue and other body structures and functions as we age, as women, right? You can use them together. They'll complement each other. And then when you add in exercising, that also is going to help to strengthen the bones. When you are building muscle, your bones are also growing, right? That's the one way to kind of exercise your bones per se, is by building muscle. And then as we transition through perimenopause through menopause, having these tools, the phytoestrogen, the bone nutrient complex, Calm, lifelong vitality, adaptive, right? These are things that are going to help us through those stages and hopefully not make them as bad as we hear they are, right? So, two super important ones for us as women. And quick side note, phytoestrogen can be used for our men, even our teenage boys, if they're going through the change, right? I heard a fantastic testimonial from Farah Culver, who she gave it to her 16-year-old son, who, while going through adolescence and puberty, ended up having an increased growth of his male breast tissue. And it looked like he was starting to get a little bit extra in that region. And so she put him on the phytoestrogen. I think it was only like 6 to 9 months. And not only did it help that from getting worse or bigger, it kind of just neutralized the whole thing. And then it looks like he didn't have man boobs. So it was great. So she shared that like 2 weeks ago. And I thought, great to know that if that becomes a problem in my family, I will know exactly what to do. So phytoestrogen can also be used for men, not just the young boys, but men too, especially if they're going through some hormonal shifts or changes, or they just seem to have their, what we call a man period. They can take the phytoestrogen as well. They don't need it long term, but having a boost of phytoestrogen can help support them and help fight against different type of male organ cancers, stuff like that. Okay. Mito 2 Max. Okay, so this is our energy and stamina complex. And it's going to help you in various ways of clarity and mental function, memory, recollection, and cognition. So it's going to really help support with that, with your mental health, and allowing you to not have to rely so heavily on caffeinated or energy drinks, caffeinated beverages, that kind of thing. So, I mean, I love coffee, so it's hard for me to want to give up coffee, but I know I can if I needed to, using the Mito 2 Max. It's also going to help to support your healthy cellular energy production, so that energy that we need to get up and go, as well as stamina. So you can take this instead of taking that pre-workout mix that you take before you go lift at the gym or before you go for a long run. You can take Mito 2 Max, and it's not going to have an adverse reaction on the body where your heart's beating too fast or you are taking that stimulant. It's not going to be that way. It's going to be the healthy version that is not harmful to your body. It's going to support the optimal mitochondrial function, right? Aerobic capacity and stamina, like I was talking about, and that use without the use of harmful stimulants. And then it's also a great long-term alternative to caffeine. So if you struggle when you wake up and you just don't seem to have the energy when you rise out of bed, try Mito 2 Max and see what it does for you. Zendocrine. Okay, this is the detoxification blend. Now, I'm on this one currently. Josh and I are doing a 30-day detox, and they have you start the Zendocrine for the first 10 days, and then you add in some of the other ones to help going through your detox process. The Zendocrine complex isn't necessarily going to be for your digestive system, where like you're stuck to a toilet. But I mean, that could be your symptom most of the time. Everybody's different, right? But for the Zendocrine blend, it's more, think of it as more of the cellular detox. Think of it as your cells are the ones going through the detox and purging, right? So it's going to help promote a healthy cleanse of your own filters and those functions. So your liver, your kidneys, your colon, your lungs, and your skin. It's also going to help support your own natural detoxification function. So these are normally our cleansing organs. And as we are super toxic, they don't work right anymore. And then we're no longer detoxing. We're no longer cleansing. So using Zendocrine for that function is going to support you in this, and then you'll be able to do that detox every single day. So I now take Zendocrine specifically for the 30-day detox, but then also I take it when I know I'm traveling and I'm taking on a lot of new toxins. When I eat badly, if I decide to go eat a big giant double cheeseburger with extra bacon and drink a big beer, I'm going to take the Zendocrine at the end of the day to kind of help my body filter correctly. You can take 2 capsules a day, 1 in the morning and 1 in the evening with meals to help that cleansing function. And then if you take it with the essential oil blend, it's going to increase and enhance those benefits. So you can partner them together through this process. And then the last one I want to talk about is the Yarrow Palm Cellular Beauty Complex. So when we talk about our beauty and our skin products, we usually are always talking about putting something on the skin, right? Well, Yarrow Palm, this complex is great because you're going to support your skin from the inside out. So it's going to work to improve your firmness and reduce any imperfections. It helps to brighten your complexion. It's going to provide that powerful antioxidant support, provide that cellular health, and metabolic function. So the POM stands for pomegranate, and pomegranate seed extract is shown to have conjugate linoleic acid. I think I said that right. CLA is the easier way to say it, right? And that's going to help support that metabolic function. That's going to help your body to burn fat. So CLA taken internally is going to not only keep our metabolism going, help us to burn fat, but it also has a really great way of supporting our skin from the inside out. So it's going to maintain your youthful appearance and combat that oxidative stress. And then yarrow, right? That's the blue. It has all that chamazzoline in it. When it oxidizes, it turns blue. And so you can get the yarrow palm in a topical solution as well. And it's going to turn you a little bit blue for like 5 to 10 minutes or so. But you can do the powerhouse double duo. So take the yarrow palm complex internally, but also put it on your skin in the oil form. And I like to do it at night and let it kind of soak in. I think Shelly's seen me do it once or twice where I've put it on like right here in front of the computer screen, and I'm like a glowy gray for about 10 minutes, but it feels so good on your skin, and it works great if you have a sunburn. So just food for thought on the yarrow palm and helping to rejuvenate your skin from the inside out. Oh, and it's also high in antioxidant power. So if you run out of On Guard, you can take yarrow palm, and it's going to support a healthy immune response. It's going to support your immune system as well. So what does a daily schedule look like? Right now, I know everybody's different. Everybody's going to have a different blend of each, but this is a really good suggested guideline from doTERRA if you aren't trying to attack as many ailments as someone like me has, right? So start your morning with 2 of the turmeric dual chamber capsules and the PB Assist. And then once you hit breakfast, you're going to start your lifelong vitality, and you would take 2 of each. So 2 of the alpha CRS, 2 of the microplex, and 2 of the EO omega. And then you're going to take 1 of the Terrazyme and 1 adaptive. So now you're addressing your nutritional foundation, your enzymes with breakfast, and you're taking the adaptive to set you up for success with your calm, emotional, let's go be the best version of me. And in the morning, the reason why you're taking the turmeric and the PB Assist is that turmeric, it's in that special delivery system, right? It doesn't have to fight through with all the food, and it's going to release at the right spot in the lower intestine for that healthy inflammatory response to the body. It's also very calming. And remember, it helps to fight against that oxidative stress. So it's a great one to take at the beginning of the day before we go out and we're around all of the stress from a cellular perspective. Okay. And then at lunch, you're going to take 2 more. You're going to take the second half of your lifelong vitality dose, another enzyme with your food. And that's usually when we hit the 2 o'clock slump, right? Or sometime in the afternoon where you're just like, oh, I'm done with my day. I'm so tired. And that's when I go to sugar. That's when I'm looking for red vines and Swedish fish, or can I get a Pepsi or something loaded with sugar is in that afternoon. So that's when you take 2 of the Mido 2 Max. You're going to boost your energy, boost your stamina, your mental clarity. Hopefully it's going to help you make better choices and not go to the sugar and the candy, right? But then and then drink water. That's going to be your biggest bet to help curb some of that and support that metabolic function. And then at bedtime, you're going to take the 2 Yarrow Palm, 2 Copaiba, and Serenity. So the Yarrow Palm is going to help support your skin, and it also has this antioxidant power to it. 2 Copaiba to really help with calming, right? That endocannabinoid system. And that system works directly with a lot of other systems like your hormones, and works with your brain and your nervous system. And then Serenity is going to really help you to get that restful, good quality sleep. So you're looking at all of these and you're thinking, okay, that's a lot of pills a day. And I agree. I said the same thing and I thought there's just no way. So I encourage you, start slow. Start super slow and make sure you feel that you're getting your investment. Start with the lifelong vitality. Start there as your base and your foundation. And then you grow from there. You just add in something based off of the next ailment or the next need that you have. When you get your lifelong vitality, write down everything that you feel, from the energy levels you have to the type of sleep that you get to your bowel movements, right? Write it all down, stick it in an envelope, and put it aside. Take your LOV for a consistent 30 days as directed, or if you're doing a half dose, do it for 60 days. Pull that list out and see how many things you can cross off. That's going to tell you what you need to focus on next. It's also going to showcase to you how much just that one product is able to support you. I was shocked that LOV was able to support as much as it did. So give it a try if you haven't already. And what does that look like as far as price point and your point volume, your PV? That is about $79.50 for the Lifelong Vitality pack. And then when you buy them in the pack, you can get the Terrazyme and the PB Assist for only $20 each. You can also get the Deep Blue and the Mido 2 Max for $20 each as well. You can get up to 3 $20 products. The Deep Blue is normally $59.50 as a whole bottle. So when you get the Deep Blue with your Lifelong Vitality and you're getting 60 capsules for $20, it's a fantastic deal. And then you get turmeric dual chamber capsules, the Serenity soft gels, and a bottle of lemon, right? You should be drinking your lemon, drinking your wild orange, drinking your citrus oils every single day to aid in that cleansing process of the body. And all of this together will be about 133 PV. Above 125 PV before the 15th of the month, using that LRP system right here, this LRP Loyalty Rewards Program, that's going to get you your free oil of the month. And based off of how long you've been ordering, if it's been over 13 months of using the LRP system, you'll be getting 30% back of every single order back in free product credit to turn around and then spend, in addition to your shipping costs, right? So you'll spend $185 on this sample wellness box, your monthly health box, and it will last you anywhere from the 30 to 60 days. And then you'll be able to supplement based off of any other ailments and issues that you're suffering from. And guys, when you have to go out and buy each one of these products individually that are in this lifelong vitality pack, I think I saw that it was over 30 or so different supplements that you would have to get to try to recreate everything that's in the lifelong vitality pack. I'm going to try to look up that image because it was fantastic when I heard it in one of the recent videos. But I was kind of blown away thinking that's amazing that they're able to give us our omegas, our nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and this cellular health, this oxidative stress fighter. So all in 3 little bottles. So yes, it feels like it's a lot, but in the end, if we were really truly getting what we needed from our food, from our nutrition, we wouldn't need all of this, but we do, because clearly our food isn't what it's supposed to be. Therefore, instead of taking all the different individual supplements, we get to take them that have been specially formulated and joined together to be bioavailable in the body and absorbed nutritionally and used by our body. So protecting your investment and your time. It takes me a long time to swallow pills. So investment of your money, investment of your time, and then of course you're going to get your health back eventually with consistent use. Okay, so that was the end of the product part, right? Talking about nutrition and supplements. And while I have you, I'm going to just do a little bit on the sharing of doTERRA piece, right? So when we experience something amazing and wonderful and it's made a difference in our life, you naturally want to share with those you love and care about. And there's 3 simple steps to sharing doTERRA. First, you just use the product. You just use it, experience it. I love to sample people and just give them as many experiences as they want to help them see that there's another option. There's another choice out there. And then share it with people. Give them a drop. Give them a sample. And then teach them about essential oils. Teach them how to use them. Teach them that there is an alternative method. Do we still need modern medication? Absolutely do. We totally do. But if there was a little brown bottle that costs pennies on the dollar that you could grab first and you know it's going to work for this plethora, this myriad of problems, that's going to save you from having to go to the doctor that many times, or save you from needing to use modern medicine that is harmful lesser. So 3 simple steps to sharing. Use it, share it, teach it. And the 3 ways that you can share is through a referral partnership program, right? That's where you are using your LRP every month and you're getting points back, and then you're able to use those points to buy free product and share with other people, right? And you're going to get some oils for free. You're going to get your free product of the month and those free product credits to spend on whatever oils that you want. There's also where you can enroll your friends and then start to get bonus checks from doTERRA and earn some extra income. Or you can build a team and completely supplement or replace your income. So if you are interested in any of those ways, let me know and I'll get you hooked up, or talk to your upline or whoever invited you to the class, and we'll share with you how you can share with others. There's 4 ways to earn an income through doTERRA. And the first way is the Fast Start bonus. Then there's the Power of 3, Uni-level, and leadership bonuses. The Uni-level bonus is more of your residual income. That's where you're going to really build your paycheck, and then you can count on that residual paycheck coming every single month, even when you're not working. You build it, it just comes. And that leadership bonus and that Power of 3 bonus, those are bonuses when doTERRA pays you because you've built the business through a culture of generosity. You've built the business and you're at a level of leadership that they want to give you more money. So you get shares in the company. A certain percentage of the global sales goes back into this pool and divided up against all these leaders. So when you build the business using that culture of generosity and teaching and serving and loving others, you make more money. So when other people succeed, doTERRA pays you more. It's one of the coolest compensation plans I've seen in a long time. So to go into a little bit more detail on the Fast Start bonus, you can earn a bonus of 20% and then 10 and then 5 up to 3 levels of enrollment. So to show you what that means is, let's say Lisa enrolls Megan. Megan places 3 orders this month of various PVs using the LRP system. Your Lisa is going to earn 20% back on each of those orders. And then the person who enrolled Lisa will get 10%, and the person who enrolled that person will get 5%. It becomes a beautiful way within those first 60 days to really get a quick compensation as you're enrolling people. They're falling in love with their product and they're ordering. The Power of 3 bonus, this is that one I was talking about, building the team, right? When you have that culture of generosity, when you have that culture of seeing other people's dreams realized and they're building their businesses, they're getting financial freedom, they're getting time freedom. And when you build this business in this structure, doTERRA pays you a bonus. So you basically are going to get $50 on your first level when you help 3 people build the business as you are. And when those 3 people build it and teach 3 people, you'll get $250. And then when each of those 3 do their 3, you'll get a bonus check of $1,500. And there's some criteria around that, right? The qualifying piece of that, each team needs to be about 600 total volume or team volume. And then you have to maintain over $100 personal volume order monthly. But when everybody's doing that and everybody's taking, let's say you're on Lifelong Vitality and Adaptive with a couple of oils every month, that becomes your normal, right? And then that's that culture of not only serving other people, you're meeting them at their health needs, you're supporting them with their health, but now you're helping to build a business. You're going to get this Power of 3 bonus check. Okay, and then uni level and leadership, those are the last 2. The uni level is paid out monthly after those first 60 days. So the Fast Start bonus is going to last the first 60 days. The uni level bonus is 60 days and on. And this is where you're paid 7 levels deep. And as you grow deeper and deeper and deeper, you're paid a higher percentage. So you get paid the most percentage on the most people. Let me go back a slide and show you this. So this is your first level, right? So outside of the Power 3 bonus, this first level right here, you're going to make 2% of your residual income is going to be 2% off of that first level. That's 3 people. Now you have 9 people down here. And at 9 people, you're going to make 3%. Now you have 27 people down here, and you're going to do 4%. By the time you get to your 7th level right here, it's about 2,200 people, and you're going to do 7% off of that level. So doTERRA's compensation plan, not only is it super generous, but it's got this compounding structure as you build and as you change this many people's lives, as you change these families, the paycheck grows higher and higher. And this is that residual income that comes in every single month. So as you grow deeper, you get paid even more as you help people build their business. And then your leadership bonus. This is also going to be paid monthly. And this is that part of that culture of generosity that I was talking about. And as you change people's lives and help them, and you achieve leadership ranks, doTERRA wants to show you that they appreciate your leadership, that they appreciate your servantship. And they take a percentage of their global sales. They take 7% of all their global sales, throw it into a bucket, and they divide it out as company shares. And you get paid a leadership bonus based off of each month's global sales, and they get paid out. So 1% will go to those in the premier and silver rank, 2% to silver, gold, and platinum, 1% to the president and blue diamond and presidential diamond categories. And then they have another one for the diamond, blue diamond, and presidential diamond ones. So it's just another way that doTERRA blesses us and spoils us to continue building this as a business, to make this residual income, to change people's lives, to serve other people's. And as we do it with a servant heart and we lead others, we get more bonuses. So what are the next steps? Reach out to the person who enrolled you or invited you to this class, and then keep joining us for more continuing education classes. I touch on all the products, and we go over how to use them, why they're so amazing and important, and why you need them in your life, why people need them. And then we're going to also cover some of the business side. And I appreciate you for sticking around for the business side. Even if it's not something that interests you, I'm glad you heard it. You get to have that seed planted, and hopefully if you ever find yourself in a position where you need something, you have this information readily in your back pocket. So thank you for joining me. When you share doTERRA products, you bring hope and wellness to the people you love, to your community, and ultimately to the world. Selling the doTERRA way is about service. One drop at a time and one person at a time. We're serving the world with wellness solutions. All right, thank you for joining me. I'm gonna unclick the record button and open it up for